Welcome you all to this class. That's corporate governance and ethics. And today is our first class. What we'll do is we'll do the introduction of it and just try to know what's behind corporate governance. So we'll try to learn from you. Yes, Mona Lisa, welcome. Long time no see. Zutega? Great. Yes, corporate governance, you're part of us?
Yeah, she's coming to play.
All right, this one here.
No, she doesn't.
Oh. I'll grade myself away. Yes, Tony. I'm a free man whenever I see you because Tony, now I'm free. No, try to live with our person. All right. Anyway, corporate governance and ethics. Under this module, what we'll be learning most, we'll try to learn especially what happens in organization. What does the word corporate mean? When you hear the word corporate? A group of business people. What is corporate? Yes, Tony? I didn't get you because of the noise of the chair.
Okay, this is system whereby different functions of an organization
work together. All right. Yes. Alright, so when you talk of corporate, when you look at even this institution, you may also look at it as a corporate. What does what governance mean? What is governance? Any idea what governance is?
How you manage the organization.
How you manage the organization, exactly. So when you talk of corporate governance, our focus will be how companies, how things, or how organizations like this university is being managed. Now when you look at the management of this organization, definitely there cannot be an organization if there are no people, right? So we look at an institution like this, we try to understand people, and by bringing people of different backgrounds together, we should be able to see how best these people they have to be working together. How do we bring peace and harmony at an institution like this one? Because if you look at, you may look at myself, you may look at the president, you look at my dean, and whoever is there, you may find that what they believe in and what I believe in, they're different, right? So, should I take what I believe in or whatsoever others do believe in, or should they bring it here? You may find that at one time or the other, there might be chaos if everyone does what he or she believes is right to be doing. So when we talk of corporate governance, we see how companies are managed. And when you say how companies are managed, we are looking at how people have to be managed. So at an institution like this one, a lot of things do happen. That is, you look at both the company and the people that are working for that company. If we say company, have you seen a company before?
Yeah.
You've seen a company before?
Yeah.
Where?
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Where have you seen the company?
Should give an example.
Yes. Yes. Kanengo.
Yeah. Too many companies there.
There's so many companies. You have seen a company, this is a company.
Yeah, even yeah, sure.
Here, have you seen a company? As usual, 2023. Have you seen a company before? Sister? You have seen a company? Where? Oh, I haven't seen a company in my life.
In Malawi?
In my life,
Ah.
I haven't seen a company.
Okay, yeah.
You have seen a company, right? Say along the road. She has seen one along Njewa, whatever. Tony, what are you saying? Sorry? Yes. Because I'd like to know if one says, yes, I've seen a company. Myself, I haven't seen a company before.
I mean, a building. I've seen a building.
You have seen a building?
Yeah.
Is it a building's company?
Building.
Company building. But where is the company?
The people.
The company is the people.
Yeah. They make up the company.
Ah,
Yeah.
beta. All right. Then we also look at ethics. If you look at our course name, it's corporate governance and ethics. What are ethics?
Values where people live by.
So then,
Morals and values people live by.
morals and values people live by.
Yeah.
What are morals?
I know, but then I don't know how to put it in words.
Esther? You Esther?
Yeah.
Peace, yeah, peace. We met once. I know only this one will comment, and you have commented. And you, I mean, Francis. Yes, other things you want to comment.
But only this.
This will comment.
That's true.
Aha. All right. Ethics. She said morals and values. What are morals? What are ethics? As usual, let's make the class fun, right? And now you get a bit of my change. I'm not a preacher. Fourth year, in the finale, as Russell he was the finale 2022. This year, I don't know. So at this level, the class has to be interactive because I'm with intellectuals, right? Who are intellectuals? I don't know. I don't even know the meaning of being an intellectual. Morals and values. What are morals?
Principles.
Principles. Mm-hmm. Yes, please. What are morals? No idea. How is the business going on? Great. Marcus, what are morals? This time around, it's internal because it's all about talking. Definitely, probably February end or early March, we should be having presentations. Yes, morals. Have you heard this with others say ethical standards?
Yes.
What are ethical standards? Sorry? Come again? Zore de Zidwajan, so I'm not good at Chichewa. Alright, so when you talk of ethics, just as we've said, you fall along the same line. We're talking of principles, we're talking of standards, and what have you. We are looking at what would be deemed to be right, or what would be deemed to be expected or accepted at the workplace. A good example, like here, because here too, this university too is also a company. Have you seen this university? I haven't seen it. Where is it?
Right here.
Where? I can't see the university. So, as we're saying, we talk of what is expected or what is accepted. Or what we're looking at, we're looking much on the behavior. what kind of behavior do we need to have at a working place. As I said, if you look at this place, definitely we do have people of different backgrounds, people who believe in different things. And as they come here, the expectation is they need to be coordinated, they need to work together so that others will achieve the goal of the university. So, different people striving to achieve a common goal. That's the goal of the university. How do we work together in solidarity? So, others, there comes the need to have a standard of principles that would guide us in terms of our behavior. A good example, let's go a little bit back to beliefs, the talk of church and life. We do go to church at different days, right? So is it okay that everyone should be exempted from coming here? Let's take I go to church on Friday. Then I say Fridays I'll not be coming to work. Somebody say I go to church on Sunday, Monday, whatever.
Yes, you have to respect.
You have to respect.
Yeah.
So others, we need to come up with something that could harmonize the situation, so that we don't create a situation where there is chaos at an institution. So when we talk of corporate governance and ethics, they have to go hand in hand. As we are saying, how companies have to be managed or have to be run, we should have ethical standards in place. So by looking at that, we first need to understand, say, what is the setup of the company. First of all, we need to understand, as we come here, who is the company and who is not the company. I do believe you have heard of agency relationship before. Have you? Agency relationship. Have you heard of the word an agent?
Yeah.
Eh? Naval. Who is an agent?
Agent is the
Wade Romani is also an agent.
guy who comes in
In
the middle to people.
the middle of two people. Alright. Do you expect to have agents at the workplace?
Yes.
Like here?
Yes. There are some agents that
Here.
if you bring a student here, we give him 30% of their fees.
What?
You guys don't know.
Azana uja ndarama.
If you bring a new student here, they give you 30% of their fees. That means you receive 35,000. Yeah, this year. Actually, it has been there for years. Because I'm not.
So Deputy, you guys can start fetching your fellows to come here.
Yeah.
So you bring 10 students, you have how much?
350.
350. Mpambaro. Mpambaro bizigara. Alright. So when we talk of an agent, is somebody who does the work on behalf of the other. Alright? Likewise, if you go to a working place like here, definitely we do have agents here. If you look at myself, I'm also an agent, not so?
Yeah.
How? So, exactly. I'm representing the school. So if you look here, I'm an agent. And the expectation is I'm working on behalf of this institution. So, as I'm working for this institution, I need to do the work in the best interest of this institution. No conflict of interest, right? What's conflict of interest?
Conflict of interest.
Yes.
Conflict of interest is when you are doing it for the benefit of yourself instead of the benefit of
The institution. Any room for that here? Do you see me doing something that could bring in conflict of interest?
For example, if you say that that's a Kuzia say
Mungu saini.
that's conflict of interest.
Muona ukipanga waje. Zimachitika hizi. Muona lipanga bwaje. Ndivano vaikapo omuntu wankulu ndioloweka peni kumuzodase kumuzodase tiona na mapeto kwa mwezi, right? So when every employee is an agent, an employee is working on behalf of the company that has employed him or her, and the expectation is he has to work in the best interest of that company they are working for. And who would be the principal now? Who would be the principal? Because wherever there is an agent, there is also a principal behind there. So he is the principal.
Mr. Buwane.
The one I'm working on behalf.
The company.
Yes. So who is the principal? Those who have seen, we can't see a company, right?
Okay, the institution.
It's invisible.
Then we can say
You said you saw company somewhere else. So I was really interested to see where exactly. Who said this? You said this, you saw it along Njewa, right?
we say the building. Company building. Yeah, building, yeah, company. Yeah.
Have you seen company? Or have you seen the investor of the loan? You. You have seen it? Many people were asking, where is this investor, where is this investor?
Until now.
And akachika son cat. Akachika son cat mamojiga bojeni.
School was on the comment and
Don't be evil. Don't be evil. No. Hakuna anakamaliza muzikari. Muzikari mpoza wo. So if I'm an agent of this institution, who is my principal? Who? Directors? Exactly. So you look at those people who employ me. So definitely when you look at an organization, I do believe you have learned about organizational structure before, right?
Yes.
Where you have the owners, the board of directors, the CEO, the employees and the likes. So if we try to look at the very same stuff, definitely when we look at the owner and the board of directors, definitely would term them as what? My principal. So it's like I'm working on behalf of them. So definitely they have given me terms and conditions, they have given me the principles as what I'm supposed to be following so that I deliver my work to their expectation. Do you also see in within that they do have the responsibility on me?
Yeah.
What's their responsibility?
You're representing them. So if you do.
Yes, I'm representing them. That is, my responsibility is to give the work that they employed me for, right?
Yeah.
That's my responsibility, right?
Yeah.
What about them?
Make sure that
Make sure they honor your agreement.
They honor the agreement that we had by paying me. What else?
they provide you with
Proper materials. Library should be there. That's what you mean?
For example, an agent.
Mm-hmm.
For you to be an area money agent, you need to make some code
Mm-hmm.
for you to be using like an area agent.
Okay, whenever I'm here, what do you think is the responsibility of my employers on me? To pay me, one, to make sure.
Yeah, the work environment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to provide you with tools to use.
To use Safety as well,
Yeah.
right? I'm here, my car is very far from there. Who is responsible to take care of my car there? Institution, right?
Yes.
Alright, so if you look at such kind of stuff, you may find that my principal or my principals, they are looking forward to achieve something by using me, right? Likewise, I come here to work, I also have my own personal stuff that I'd like to achieve, right? So definitely, everyone has to be happy. Are all employees happy? Eh? Are all employees happy?
It depends
It depends
on what they want.
on what they want, right? I've heard other people say, basi abatundu kupita ntchito basi ungogwira basi. Koma kuti phindu lenileni aphindu ndiye palibe. You have heard that such kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Why people do they say like that?
Because they're not satisfied.
They are not satisfied. So that means in one way or another, dissatisfaction might be there, right?
Yeah.
Likewise, if you look at my principal, definitely, whatever they are looking forward to achieve through me might be achieved or might not, right? Because if I'm not happy, how do you expect me to work exactly as they want? No way, right? So, you may find that as we are looking forward, when we talk of corporate governance, we are trying to make sure that at least the relationship between the employer and the employee, or the relationship between the principal and the agent, has to be a good relationship. How do we make sure that at least there is a good relationship between the employer and the employee? How do we make sure that at least the relationship is good relationship? Mona Lisa?
We a good,
How do we make sure that at least there is a good relationship? Yes, sister there? No idea. We should be in track. There should be communication, right? And by that communication, what should we be communicating?
Train them on what maybe you're saying they're not right, not favorable in the government which you are working, so that at least they should satisfy your needs, and as well we should also achieve what they want to achieve.
Exactly. That is, if there are problems, I should be able to tell them I'm facing ABC as problems, and they should be able to help so that we remove those problems. As for them, do you think they can also have problems with me?
yes.
How?
Like becoming late.
That's a problem, right? Because if I'm coming late while I'm supposed to be here on time, then definitely it's a problem for them.
Yeah.
Nkanganoya mbiga.
Yeah.
What else?
You may not be really good. You may not be good at your work.
At my work. How do they know that I'm not good at my work?
Performance analysis.
Performance analysis. How do we evaluate here? How do they evaluate the employees?
Students.
Through students. So you have already been asked about me. You're like, that guy is a bad guy, this guy.
What's your way of finding out?
Eh?
What's your way of finding out if you're asleep?
I don't know. So definitely, you may find that if my needs are not met through whatsoever I'm delivering here and what I get at the end, you may find that I'll be dissatisfied. And I'll be with that dissatisfaction, I'll be trying to find ways and means through which I can be able to get what I want, right? Have you heard of piffering?
Yes.
Piffering. Yes, P-I-L. Anyone with Google can search. Yes, Frank. Yes, P-I-L-F-E-R-I-N-G. Piffering.
No, never heard of this word.
Never heard of it this way.
Hey, where do you get
Peace, you got it?
That's the study
PIL.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
Yeah, and usually it's present participle, like represent, diagnosed sentences.
Mhm.
Today she produced the handful of points she had managed to prepare.
What's the spelling you've used?
P-I-L-F-E-R.
Pilfering.
So yeah.
To steal things of small value.
Mhm.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Maybe.
To steal things of small value, right? This happens. Pilfering is just as they have said, right? Kusolola solola. You go to work. If you need this vayan, maka. Sama bayan. Yes. So you go to work. You find some small stuff that maybe you can use at home. Ndio masolola. That's pilfering. And if you look at why do people indulge themselves into that, if they are not satisfied. Of course, but most of the time it's like whatever they're adding through work is not enough. In the fact that it's not enough, they find really if they steal from their work, it will supplement. Remote. And at the very same time, if you look at the employers, they are looking forward to the best of their expectation. And most of us, if you go in other offices, somebody has gone to work, instead of being on, whether on the PC or whatever gadget you are using, you are busy on the PC doing your own personal what? Doing your own personal work. Are you working in the best interest of the company?
No.
You go to government offices, I heard most people, they go there, they take off their jackets and hang on the sofa, off they go to do their own work. They'll be a company, right? So if such kind of stuff are happening, we are bringing bad relationship between the employer and the employees. Remote. And if there is too much conflict of interest, that will lead to agency problem. And when we say agency problem, we look at a situation where an employee or an agent is not working in the best interest of the principal, and at the very same time, the principal does not own or does not do his or her responsibility over the employees. No, usually there is chaos both ways. So, when we talk of corporate governance, the main emphasis is to make sure that at least we bring in sanity, we bring in good relation between the employer and the employee, so that whenever they are working, they are at least working towards achieving the common goal. What's the goal of this university? The goal. That's their slogan.
Oh, the goal?
Yes.
No, I have never married. I'm a very good
There's somewhere, if you go in other companies, they would have probably
somewhere.
yes, where they have a mission, a goal, and the likes. I do believe if you go on the portal, it should be there. Yeah, there can't be think ahead, go ahead without a goal. The goal is there. So why try to learn your institution and understand more about your institution? You need to know all those kind of stuff. Are we together? So, under this subject, we'll try to understand a lot of issues that do happen at work, good or bad. Any common issues that you have heard that are happening in offices, be private institution like this, or be public or government offices, work-related issues.
government, mostly, I heard that workers go at work late anytime that they want because they don't have supervisors who check on what time they have to close. Yeah. In some shops, I remember I went to, is it Korean? I wanted to buy some makeup, and then I found the one who was working in the shop. She told me that she should just remove something. I think it was something that they showed that I have paid or not. She removed it, and then I should give her a half of the price. And I'm going to put it in my bag so that I should take it like for free, something like that. And then I thought that's not right. But other people, they did. I didn't do.
Just an answer is a plan, you know. Why you not put that in a minute? Mabang. Kuba in a minute. Kuba.
I was afraid because I thought to be the camera and stuff. But then,
Mona Lisa, you do that?
no, it's not.
So, you are talking again of Cuba
Yes.
preferring such kind of stuff. No supervision. Why, like here, when you talk of government offices, I think most of us will have read that. Many people reporting for work very late, this and that. Why do you think it's so? Why is that there is too much raises pay? Zaboma. No ownership. I thought we are the government. Oh, you're not the government? I thought government's people. It's okay. Same as our group.
They say it's better like.
Because, for example, those people working on there, they look ahead, they know what to buy. For example, if the leader is working hard, and that's over because they know that if they find out anytime, it will be fired.
Yeah.
I think the problem is right, is the top.
Yeah.
So the bottom is just moving.
We have had biasness. I don't know what other term could I use. Kukondera people kulemba na chilo mina pachibali. Mina antwodi mina they belong to the same church. Wina is the big office wina deli amangolemba anchito ochokera from that church. Those are the issues. So the person would be, if such kind of stuff are happening, that means there is poor governance at work. Not so. It depends. Tell us. Okay, before you come in, are you saying being biased is right that way, right?
No, what's that being biased? Commando is like look at that, looking at this more than the outcome.
Or even you talk of, you ask Sabine how he got a job here. If he got it, probably was that right?
Yeah. It was right, but I don't know how to
So, what?
Yeah. Like wabeza nyingi, wabeza nyingi kama imagine, kama wingira mnogwe. There's no need for that doing say doing that. Zero. What is it? Zero.
Yeah, corporate governance means I'm moving there.
That's the way it comes in. Because the one more comes in, you take those there and you can achieve.
You have something? You have something?
Of course,
Oh, let him finish, then you come. Yes, finish.
Yeah, of course, that's going to perform. But you want to know what if I give those guys, as a company, they are here for work. They know that if they do something stupid, they can be fired. Or they know who they are achieve. Even if they can do something stupid, there might be a chance of forgiveness. Or the other guys, as well, they have to be serious. Of course, they may be progressing, but one thing they say, what you observe, his life depends on that thing. I hope the phone has much time. Because of course, yeah, it's good, but not that good. Yeah, of course, biasness is there.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear from our sister, then we'll come back.
Okay, and I think that's also based on our interest. Because you are hiring people according to your interest,
Not to the organization.
Yes. So you're supposed to follow the interest of the organization, not what you like.
Know what you like. I'd like you to understand Matthews and Tony. You say it's good, somehow it's good. Let's take you have been employed just because you know somebody there. Would you be happy?
Yes. Because you know somebody and you have got the right qualification.
Normally, if somebody has been, there is that fairness or biasness, despite you have good qualifications, you have been hired just because you are not outside those kind of stuff. Okay, let's take you and I, we are competing for the same job, right?
Yeah.
We have the same qualifications, or probably you are better than me.
Yeah.
Then I've been hired just because the people there who are on the decision making, they are friends, or they are not my parents whatsoever, and I've been hired.
No, I think you've got the job.
It's okay. It's okay.
I can give it a try.
But to be,
Life is not fair.
of course, life is not fair, but we need to strive to bring that fairness. Because if there is biasness, other people want to enjoy at work, while others will enjoy. So when you're employing, I just try to follow what is supposed to be followed. There are policies to be followed when we are recruiting people. Likewise, even at work like here, you find that you came on the same spot, maybe you're hardworking, but you find promotions goes to the other side. Will you be inspired to work? So you need to create an environment where everyone is treated equally. Everyone is treated with fairness. Because if we need this situation. You may find that at a working environment like this one, Montezuma Antenna, they are so hardworking people, others they are not. Try to ask those people who are not probably not showing commitment. There are reasons, and good reasons for that matter. So wherever there is good governance, there won't be biasness, there won't be what we call nepotism whatsoever. Trust me, I have a friend there. My friend got a job quickly. By then, that time there was DPB and Blacks. I tell you, that was around, was it 2019 or whatever? The guy was doing much better, and he got married that time. And he was driving good vehicle, good car, so. And even whenever you look at him, that is the guy has money. Later on, after the change of the government, it was late that he got the job not in the right way. And he was laid off, he was fired. And later on, the life changed. And now you find him maybe waiting for a public transport. So you see, so every time, no matter what, I know the world is so unfair. Sometimes corruption is almost everywhere. Even you and I, we have done corruption before, knowingly or unknowingly. They go like what Frank has said. You know, most of the times, I tell you, that was what? Just 2 weeks ago, I went to game store. I wanted to buy something. So I took those stuff, and the time I got on the till, they punched in. So they said, no, this thing is on discount. Then later on they asked me to say, we'll give you this discount, and on the discounted amount, you get half, I get half. So I was like, why do we have to do that? Because if a discount was offered, that means that discount was offered to the customer, not to the one who's working there. So you are not. So I don't know, that's corruption as well. I don't know why they do like that. Or at times, if you are buying something of good value, those guys, they tell you that stuff is registered as if they're the ones buying, and they ask you correct that from behind. Have you encountered that?
No.
Yes, you go there most of the time. Each and every time I go there, and I've asked a few friends, they say it's normal. That's what they do.
Is that stealing?
Yes.
No, it's not. To me, it's not stealing.
No, it's stealing.
It's them who are stealing. Sir, me, I'm buying the thing at my own luck. Yeah? They're giving me a...
No. Okay. If you understand better, if you look at it better, isn't there a conflict of interest?
Let me ask you, sir. I went into ShopRite.
Yes.
To buy meat.
Yes.
I planned to buy meat for 8,000.
Yes.
And someone tells me you can budget 3,000, then I give you 2,000. It's my advantage.
Is that good?
Actually, yes, gift is in ShopRite.
Some of us,
You don't know.
yeah, we take different from for
She
example,
doesn't go, so she can.
some of the programs they encourage people to take risks. Yeah.
As you're saying,
Yes.
that means that employee is not happy at that particular post. So he's trying or she is trying to make ends meet for herself. But if what the problem is not mine, I'm not the one punching the machine, they are the ones punching the machine. I'll tell them I was going to pay whatever was on the seal. What's the called? The seal. We are going to pay on that.
So Tony, you are saying it's better to take risks like what Frank is doing.
Because some programs that encourage you to take risks. Because if you don't take risks, then
You people.
You don't know where original price.
Really?
Original price. If I like who gave my members want to give. Chimama jikura antunguwe kusani mabili kama huyo. Ndio wakao ukula kuzera kwa member wale. I feel like ukula au hichi.
Yes, those guys.
Para kali mtemo mmoja ndio kuzara kwa inaweka standard.
So if they ask you, where is the
Amazon is a policy less than Jengo wako. So you want police and Jengo now, you will have one hour to run. They will have a company you also.
You go to game, they always, the amount that they have deducted, you share half.
Wow. Now we have another it was that example. They number the market in the I only put the another price at Yango.
Oh, in all the times I went there, they asked me to share half.
I go to Barrios, I want to eat, this guy is offering me sauce. He wants to sell me the sauce. Yeah, sauce at home. And that sauce, getting it, it's expensive. 10,000, 12,000. He's selling me at 2,000. What am I not buy? I'll buy.
So you see, those are the issues that we need to be looking at work. Those that they are trying to find benefits. That the clients. So something has to be done. And at the very same time, you may also look at things like saying, if the company is looking forward to achieve something higher, you may find that that company or the supervisor would only be rated to have worked so hard through the juniors, to the extent that they give juniors targets that at sometimes they are not doable. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
You are given a task to perform. That's a torture. And it's like the boss would like to score kuzea maiweo. The boss would like to score high, or would like to register his name as if he's working through. So it's like that's also a conflict of interest. So we'll try as much as possible to say how would we balance such kind of stuff, so that if one is given work to do, he or she has to be given the work according to his level or his position.
Of course, the boss scores out of you. That's why he employed you.
Alright.
Like, because when, for example, let's say they've said you to go and get me the certificate of 2014. You get standard 8 guys. Hey, can you file this certificate to be 2014, 2015?
Yes,
You do that, yeah?
yes.
And you get the other guys, hey, come and search here, this certificate. And those guys, you're just giving them maybe 2,000, 5,000. By the end of the day, you after getting that certificate, you're charging those guys maybe 100,000. So, what's that? You're scoring those guys.
Yes.
But you haven't even done anything. So,
which is bad, and it's not supposed to be like
no,
that.
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's working smart.
Working smart, right?
Because if you're doing something, you have to work smart. That's all.
Not
Because-
hard.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, work smart and not harder.
Yeah. Because
So you agree with him, right? Alright.
Because even if you're saying about bias, if you're employed by bias, you have to keep that in mind whenever you're working. Because when you're working, you know that you're employed by bias.
Yes. If you don't perform,
one thing.
they will catch you.
Yeah. So you have to work smart so that if you are catch that one day, you should be able to prevent when you're so.
Njiro zako za upumuzi.
Yeah.
Alright. So there are also a number of behaviors that our principals or our management they could do to us. And what I meant was, for example, just for learning sake, right? That class is excellent class, eh? Despite doing a chambula baba now soon is out. In that class, we're just learning, right? Especially to those who have been here for a long time, right? If you talk of Sir Benja, we knew Benja's garden, right? Probably if you look at Benja, I don't know, he also does the gardening work?
No.
Okay, just for let's take Benja, Tandizira za administration, Kumabizgaso, Agura Sumina za garden and the likes, right? And you may find at the end, if you look at what he's been paid for, you may find probably he's been paid for Zayad, Zao garden. That's abusing him. Those behaviors are there. You find that you got employment to work on a specific job, but the moment you get there, you are being multitasked. That means you're being exploited. So such kind of stuff, they also come, you want to go? You need to sign your attending my class.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to.
Where are you going? You sign here.
What time is your flight?
Is going out? Just write your name. Where are you going?
So the one who's fixing it is the one
He's calling you.
Yeah.
Alright, so you find say management or managers tend to abuse juniors, which is not accepted. And most of the times, most employees, they have been victims just because they don't necessarily know employment roles, right? In the fact that we don't know employment roles, we suffer at that expense. And at the very same time, if you try to understand our country or our economy, there are no jobs, right? So even if you want to residual Banchido, what do? You remain quiet. Because if Adam Sanchido, where you get the job tomorrow, you suffer. Right? So you have that staff kumabupindi just because you are only scared to say if I don't Sanchido, even if they abuse you, you'll be like, so all those kind of stuff, when we are looking at corporate governance, we need to look at such kind of stuff. Sexual harassment, these issues are very common in our work offices. Right? So all those kind of stuff, we need to look into them and see how best we can do so that others, we try to bring in sanity at the working environment. People should be accorded with their own respect. Are we there?
Yes.
Any issues that you have heard? Salaries as well. Maribiro. What's the good side? It's dependent. It's what?
I'm saying it depends.
It depends.
Minimum, you will get a minimum,
Was then the hands. Said with your mother hands, you know? Said with your mother hands. Nasi Amina. You told me you're working with some guys. Mina mabanga volunteer.
It's a company yang kurang, so.
Maona, autism ni
Modal sama mana stage.
Right, so you talk of, when you say good side, definitely it depends. What's your qualification and what's your job? So definitely, everyone, agama kafusira nchiro, always amakara with you, that is in intermandira of this unit, with what I know and with the nature of the job. But most of the times, this time around, you find that because of the job scarcity, you find that employers, they have taken an advantage, right? They give the employees peanuts. Because they know for sure, you want to go anywhere. Because Nshiro Zusoa. As we have parents, we have relatives or brothers, ask to say, how much do you get at work? Are you satisfied? They will tell you no, they are not satisfied. Even to say, to ask for an increment, I say much demand, I am this and that. Definitely, the fact that one is working, the expectation is, so that others, the salary that they get, others supports with this hard economy. Obviously, 2019, you are the very same salary. 2023, you are still the very same salary. Will there be any change? What will happen later? You say, others should find ways and means through which Nitomada kumazitandizira. Name of the Magaba office, oh, you find ways. It's very money out there. You said you went in a shop, I was that teacher saga, you go there, you give me money. That's the way they are being compensated. Which at one time or the other, it will reduce the profitability of the company. The company will not be able to make what? The expected profits. So all those kind of stuff, they do fall under governance issues. Now, if we have looked at these small issues, that means these issues, we are looking at, say, they're the ones bringing what? Agency problem, conflicts of interest. How do we think we can curb or we can reduce this conflict of interest so that in the expectation of Mabwananga, at the very same time, I should have fair treatment from my bosses. What should be done at work environment like this? How do you create that? That's what I'm looking for.
Some companies don't have a graduation. Could be like a day special. Could be and have a German analysis. Organize stuff for the analyze game. This will also counter analyze your journey, so some people do that. They want to do that, but the money management also need it because they tell you what they want you to do, right? So but sometimes it's hard for people to say that those are scared of being back or mistaken.
Who is bold enough to say, when I don't remember Shiro, I can be strong enough to say what Zagu was? Please, can you do that?
Of course, yeah.
Can't you, sir?
Yeah.
I never mind.
Yeah, that's the you should be the answer for it.
Sister, can you be bold enough? Majority of people, they are scared. And by history, you find, say, many people have been fired just because they tried to defend their rights, right? You suffer. You know, sometimes I'm not trying to encourage Quran Muzikala, no. You always try to defend your rights. But I'm just trying to share you life experience. I've seen people that we once worked together, and later on they stood to fight for their fellow employees to say, yes, Mabana Saudi Banga treat me. And in the long run, those people, they ended up being fired. Which is bad. So we need to fight. All what I'd say is, Muntu, you should just weigh the situation and know the best time to act, right? That's it. So, when we are saying if employers would like to have the best from us, others, they should bring in better incentives. What are incentives? Incentives. What are incentives? Ideas? What are incentives? What's your name? Sorry? Eunice. You sister, what's your name? Modesta. Eunice Modesta. This is, you two is my first time to meet today. I've never been with you. So, yes, what are incentives? Something that would encourage you, right? Definitely. Let's not beat about the bush. I come here to wait for money.
Okay.
Not so? Can somebody say, no, I just come here, I love my wife.
No, we come here to rent for money.
You come here to rent for money?
Yes, we want to make money in the future.
You want to make money in the future, but school will not give you money. School only give you knowledge so that you can make money. So, when talk of incentives, people should be motivated. Apart from salary itself, or in between, as you know, salary comes once in a month, right? From 1 to 30, you're just waiting that 20,000. How can you survive in between? You have to tomorrow off you go. You have other kind of stuff. And when we talk of incentives, we shouldn't much focus on monetary stuff, right? We may also look at other kind of stuff. When you come to work, say that even when you are home, you should have that feeling, say, I wish I should be in my office. Because it's the time you need to go to office, but you're not even encouraged to go at work. So incentives could help much to reduce agency problem. The other thing, the crucial one, professionalism. We need to work professional. See that? Most of us, in whatever field we are told or we are guided and as far as how we need to handle our work. And if we try to abide by our professionalism, we may find that we'll be able to do everything without that conflict of interest. But most of the times, we leave our profession aside and act, for example, like myself, I have to be acting as James. So you may say, I'll go outside the principles that are there and start doing something that is very unprofessional. A good example, this time around, I'll give an example of auditors. We know who auditors are, right? You find that this time around, auditors, they're doing a lot of zilzal crook. Because when you talk of an auditor is somebody or company that has to vet or has to weigh the accounting work and later tell us how the company is all about. From governance up to everything, financial issues. Kumambeza zodi muntu mina company yaonoka zinthu zambiri, and what do you do? Makangotisha kwama auditors. And at the end, auditors, they give report as everything is okay, yet things are not okay. So that means professionally, we haven't worked with duty of care. Have you heard of Enron case? And I mean, is it we call business what? Business law? Timagamba, Nabizuzuri Anto, another Samaripod, they were not giving the exact picture of the company to the extent that any company, the company, Ilbanga profit, yet it wasn't. That means somebody was working without professionalism. So all those things, they are there that we need to deal with within the company. And for us to deal with those kind of stuff, we need good corporate governance. If there is poor governance in any company, things might not work well. The goals that the company put forward might not be reached just because we are working. So it's an appeal to the management, likewise to the employees, so that we set standards that others would bring in good governance. We need to encourage the behavior that is accepted at the workplace, so that others we all move in the same direction as we strive to save the company. Yeah. Are we together? Mm-hmm. So, how much time? We still have time.
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes to go.
How much?
Yeah, we stopped reading at 11:40.
Oh, 40? Okay.
Still at 11:40. Don't try. Today we are doing just as introductory. We haven't yet started. Next week we start meeting. We'll start learning as per what is on our what?
Yeah,
our course.
So can we sign?
Yeah.
You to be going?
Yes.
Yeah, I have another class about studying their friends.
Who?
You know, it's something, it's like still up to Tuesday.
But you can't have two classes at once.
Yeah, I know.
Are we there? So, having looked at that, as the introduction is done, and next week we start doing on the what is on course outline. So as usual,